Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking something I find absolutely fascinating, the blueprint behind Toyota's legendary engineering longevity. If you're a gearhead or just love figuring out how things work, we're going to peel back the layers right now and uncover the hardcore engineering facts behind why these vehicles seem to survive practically anything. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Seriously, have you ever been cruising down the highway or maybe scrolling through used car listings and spotted a Toyota with an odometer reading that literally looks like a typo? I mean, 500,000 miles. 500,000 miles. It's a staggering number. That's like driving to the moon and back. And here's the foundational truth we need to establish right out of the gate. Hitting 500,000 miles isn't just a lucky break. You don't accidentally build a machine that can go the distance like that. It requires exceptionally smart, highly intentional engineering right from the ground up.
Section 1. Precision over peak performance. We're looking at the physical engineering behind the longevity.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core of Toyota's engineering philosophy, which is a massive divergence from the rest of the industry. While a lot of manufacturers out there are constantly pushing engines to their absolute limits just to squeeze out peak horsepower, Toyota, they focus squarely on reliability. Instead of chasing that maximum output at the expense of, everything else, they achieve insane durability by designing engines with significantly tighter manufacturing tolerances. Think of it this way. When parts fit together with that level of exact precision, there's less friction, way less destructive vibration, and hardly any uneven wear over time. It's a game changer.
But, those tighter tolerances are just part of the recipe. They pair that precise manufacturing with top-tier, high-quality materials. And honestly, perhaps the most crucial piece of the puzzle is that they rely on proven technology that's been meticulously refined over many years. They don't just invent some flashy new component and immediately shove it into every vehicle on the assembly line. Instead, they take what already works and they slowly, obsessively make it better, stronger, and more resilient. This kind of patient refinement creates a foundation of absolute physical reliability that is just incredibly difficult for anyone else to match.
Moving on to Section 2, the power of simplicity. How elegant engineering actually means fewer failures.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it challenges our assumptions. We often mistake complexity for progress, right? But there is a direct cause and effect relationship here. By reframing simplicity not as a lack of innovation, but as a deliberate protective strategy, you can totally see why Toyota purposefully avoids unnecessary complexity. From a pure engineering standpoint, it's pretty straightforward. A simpler design means there are quite literally fewer parts that can fail. Basically, if a component isn't there, it can't break. By stripping away the fluff and focusing strictly on core functionality, you get an engine that simply breaks down less often. And for you, the owner, this directly translates into lower repair costs and a dramatically longer engine life. It's elegant, it's efficient, and most importantly, it keeps the car on the road instead of stuck in the shop.
Which brings us to Section 3, Legends and the Maintenance Reality. Let's talk about the 2JZ, the 1UZ, and the owner's responsibility.
You really can't talk about Toyota's engineering without bringing up these absolute icons, the legendary 2JZ and the 1UZ engines. These power plants bring a real sense of gravitas to the whole conversation. I mean, they are famous worldwide, deeply beloved by car enthusiasts for their sheer strength and durability. We've seen countless examples of folks driving these specific engines for hundreds of thousands of miles. But, and this is a massive but, there's a very important caveat to their legendary status. They only achieve these astronomical miles with proper care.
And that brings us to the hard truth of the matter. Seriously, even the absolute best, most robustly engineered engine in the entire world can and absolutely will fail if it's neglected. It doesn't matter if you've got a bulletproof 2JZ or a 1UZ under the hood, skipping oil changes, ignoring those little warning lights flashing on your dash, or letting the engine overheat is going to fatally damage any vehicle. The smartest engineering on the planet simply cannot save a machine from total owner neglect.
Let's move to this next point and see how it builds a roadmap for success. It really comes down to a very clear rule of 3 for essential maintenance. Step 1, you absolutely must change the engine oil on time. No excuses. Step 2, replace your filters regularly so the engine can actually breathe and stay clean. And Step 3, fix the small problems early before they snowball into catastrophic, wallet-draining failures. Owners who strictly adhere to this rhythm, they're the ones who routinely keep their cars running for decades.
Ultimately, the whole shebang comes together right here. The big secret to a 500,000-mile car isn't just the act of buying a Toyota. The true secret is a partnership. It's combining a superbly well-built engine with consistent, dedicated maintenance from you, the owner. You need both halves of that equation to make automotive history in your own garage. If you love diving into these kinds of details and learning the real engineering facts, make sure to check out Torque World for more automotive explainers every single week. But before we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this final thought. Knowing what we know now about precision tolerances and the fatal cost of neglect, ask yourself, are you just driving your car, or are you actively partnering with its engineering to make it last a lifetime? Think about it.